Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Anthea and today we're going to be doing a bit of reading. This morning I had my tea, my breakfast, and I did a little bit of reading in the garden with my kitty cat Maui. And it's quite a nice day today. It's a bit chilly. You can kind of feel the autumn season coming now, and it's actually quite nice because the sun is out. And I want to go to the cafe as well today to do a little bit of reading from there. That's going to be one of the plans that we're going to be doing today. And then yeah, we'll see how the day takes us, what we do today. But primarily I want to do some reading. I'm currently reading Assassin's Apprentice by Hobb. I am very much enjoying this book. This is like the first book in her Farseer Trilogy series. Started there, I'm in like page 240-ish I think at the moment, and oh, it's so good. It's absolutely amazing and I'm really enjoying it at the moment. So we're going to be reading that today and I'm going to see if I can finish it today as well. And I have been annotating the first one as well, which is super great. So yeah, we're going to continue doing that and we're going to go to the coffee shop and do a bit of reading, a bit of eating, see how it all goes. So I'll see you there. Have just returned back from the coffee shop. We weren't there for long. We were there for maybe like an hour, just over an hour, and I thought it would be quite like difficult to be filming out in public. It was a bit awkward. I wasn't entirely sure what I was doing, to be honest, but I think it really helped that my husband was there as well, and yeah, it just really helped that he was there. So that made it easier with him being there. Whilst we were there, I did a bit of reading. I read some more of Assassin's Apprentice. Ta-da! I've been doing some annotating, as you can see, some tabbing as well, just writing about my thoughts, any predictions, and also like summarizing end of a chapter as well, which helps me to memorize the details, because I tend to forget. I think a lot of readers, they read a book, they love it, they know that they love it, they really enjoy it, but then if you were to ask them to pinpoint which parts they enjoyed or what happened, or like give like a summary, they will forget. And that is me. I'm very bad at remembering what happens in like books I read, so annotating it definitely helps with remembering the story itself. Now, without giving too much spoiler away about this, so this is the first book in the Farseer Trilogy. It follows our main character called Fitz. And the way that it's written, the way that Robin Hobb writes this, is like as if Fitz is an adult and he's telling us a story about when he was younger and the things that he has gone through. So that's kind of how it's written, which is quite interesting. I've not read many books that are written that way, where the narrator is our main character, but he's talking about his past experience and the things that he's been through. So it's pretty interesting to read it in that sense. The prose are wonderful, beautiful, very classical fantasy writing as well. It's not like, you know, a fantastical world, but the way that the characters speak is very modern. It's not like that at all. The setting and the characters and the way that they speak all feel like they belong in that same world, which is perfect. And I feel like a lot of books nowadays don't really have that, or they're not able to do that, or they're steering away from that, which I don't understand, to be honest. So this is definitely a very, very good book, very well written. Robin Hobb is she's probably going to be one of my favorite fantasy authors, and I haven't even finished this book yet, but just from what I've read so far, I absolutely love it. We follow Fitz. He's first introduced as like a very young boy to us, like 6 years old, and he has been taken away from his family, or at least his mother, and taken into Buckkeep, which is where the royal family and their people live. And Fitz is actually the son of Prince Chivalry. I don't really know how to pronounce the word, but yeah, he's the son of a prince, but his mother is not the queen. His mother is like some lady that the father had slept with, basically. And yeah, so he's not been officially known, or he's basically like it's another word for bastard, but he's a bastard basically. And because of that, he's not very well liked, but that's not his fault. But yeah, people around him don't really bother much with him. And then we just follow him growing up, the different abilities that he's showing, the way that he's with animals as well, his kind of him becoming the assassin's apprentice, which is what this title is him, the assassin's apprentice, and him learning the ways of becoming a assassin. And then there's also like other things that he's learning as well as he gets older, things that are to do with the royal bloodline, that they have this special skill that he is actually learning. It's like a internal skill he can harness. But yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of kind of like abuse going on with the characters, which is something that is, I guess it definitely gives the character more of an idea of who they are, what they've gone through, the hardship that they've gone through. Especially with Fitz, he definitely has gone through some abuse in his life as a young child, like both physically and mentally, like getting hit and things like that, being called names and stuff like that. So he's definitely been through it, this poor guy. I absolutely love this book so far, and I can't wait to read the next one. Like I said, I have about a quarter left to read, which I'm hoping to finish off today, and then start on Royal Assassin, which has arrived today as well, and it's quite a bit thicker actually, but I'm excited to annotate this and write about it as well. So after I've come back from my run, which I'll be going to now, I will continue on with reading and give you an update when I have an update to give, I suppose. So I'll see you in a bit. It's now like a few days since the last clip. I finished Assassin's Apprentice. I finished it off yesterday, but I've been feeling a bit under the weather, so I haven't been able to really provide much updates, but I'm going to give you a quick update and kind of my thoughts on the Assassin's Apprentice. Love this so much. I think it will probably be one of my favourite fantasy series. I absolutely adore Robin Hobb's writing. I think I mentioned this before, but just the way of her writing fantasy is, it feels like you're there, and it feels like you're not, because it's a whole new world created. Of course, there shouldn't be any relation to like this world, this modern world, and she really takes you on this journey with Fitz. And yeah, just her way of writing, her prose are very beautiful. Her characters are amazing. There's so much depth to the characters that I feel like a lot of other writers have not been able to portray that in their books. But with her and the characters, they have so many flaws about them. They have so many things that they do things wrong. They make the wrong decisions, but that makes them so much more realistic and feel like you can relate to those characters. And I love that about the characters in these books. There are characters that you absolutely love, and then there are characters that you absolutely hate so much, from like the way that they treated Fitz, from the way that they're plotting, scheming, backstabbing, all those kind of stuff. And like, you really get to feel the characters and the things that they are going through, especially if Fitz, you're following his journey. I would say though that it did start off quite slow, but I don't see that as a problem. I think it's just part of the writing style and part of the journey that we're going on with Fitz. So the fact that it starts off slow isn't like a big problem for me personally, but in case that's something that you think about when you're reading books and you don't want it to be like a slow pace, especially at the beginning, you want it to be like quick, fast, that kind of stuff, then this might not be the right book or the right series for you. But I loved it so much, and I can't wait to read the second book. Royal Assassin, I think the second one is called. I absolutely enjoyed this so much. I will say though that the characters, again, especially Fitz, he kind of goes through a lot of abuse. I think I mentioned this before, but yeah, he goes through a lot of abuse, and like her characters in general will go through situations where, yeah, they go through like abusive situations, whether it's physical, getting hit, getting whipped, that kind of stuff, or like mental or, you know, psychological, like bullying, things like that. So it does touch a lot of those situations, so that's just something to know and something that I wanted to mention. But again, there's a lot of flaws with her characters, and I love that about them, to be honest. And I really can't wait to read more about Fitz and his journey and things that he's going to go through, and the adventure that he's going to go on as well. I can hazard a guess that none of it is going to be fun and happy for him, bless him, but I am intrigued and looking forward to seeing him grow as a character, seeing his magic grow as well along with him. Like, that's going to be very interesting. I'm very intrigued to see how his skills grow, and also like his other abilities that he has also grow. So yes, absolutely love this book. Definitely recommend if you haven't started it already. But I'm going to end this video here. I hope you have enjoyed today's video, and let me know if you've read this book before, or if you plan on reading this book or starting the Farseer Trilogy. I'd love to know your thoughts. I'd love to know any other books that you're reading, any other fantasy books that you would recommend me to read. That would be really good. Like I said, hope you have enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one.